Hey guys, it's Nina from Innov8 Technology. I guess I felt so inspired following my last video that I thought I would continue the series and share a couple of insights. I hope you're all keeping well and safe out there. And I've been spending some time again looking at our Sage community and what's available out there, from things that can be deployed remotely, things that can be deployed quickly and have maximum business benefits. So this last couple of weeks, Draycir, who are the authors of Spindle, Spindle Document Capture, Self-Serve, POD and such the like, they've recently released a piece of software, a piece of functionality for Sage 200 that is just too good not to let you know about, really. So this is hot off the press, it's brand new, and it's something that lives within Sage 200. So it can all be installed remotely, very, very light on training requirements. I guess 10 minutes really, and you know what you're doing with it. So here on my menu, I've installed it, and it just sits inside the menu. And it really respects the user setup and privileges we've got within the system administrator. So you enable the feature if you want people to be able to access this. And the whole purpose behind the Spindle Report Scheduler is something that's been so long awaited within our Sage community. It's the ability to schedule reports. And it doesn't matter if these reports are custom or if they're default. And to be fair, they don't even have to be reports. It will also do layouts. So it's the concept of if in your role you need to share on a Monday morning with your directors, your P&L, your balance sheet, other key reports such as that, or maybe you are running or working within a sales team and you need your customer listing or some such information sharing in your inbox 9 o'clock on a Monday morning. That's the whole concept behind it. So it totally removes the manual process that currently exists in Sage 200. And to my knowledge, there's nothing else in the Sage ecosystem that does this. So it really, really is too good not to share. So I've got it sitting inside my Sage 200 system. I access scheduled reports. And for those of you that are familiar with Sage 200 Report Designer, you will completely feel familiar with what this tree is. So it's the ability to browse custom layouts and reports, or the default custom layouts and reports. And to use this tool, it's as simple and as quick as this. So you choose the report of your requirement. So I'm going to take a look at the nominal ledger, and we'll just pick on this balance sheet report here. Give it a right click and go to schedule. Now, this is essentially interfacing directly with Sage Report Designer, so all of the criteria values that you would expect to run for the report in question will pop up here. If you need extra reporting requirements adding onto this screen, something you would do in Report Designer, and once it's set up in there, this screen will alter, so you'll be able to add those new criteria. So you choose the criteria of your requirement. So in this instance, it's a P&L or balance sheet. So do I want to interact with the period that I'm running it for? Do I want to interact with the cost center department and so forth? I'm just going to go ahead and click OK. And it will then present you with the new scheduling screen. So scheduling type, is it a one-time thing? So perhaps your FD has said to you, oh, please, next Wednesday, could you remember to send me X, Y, and Z? That is perfect for this. Or perhaps it's something that is reoccurring. So I'm going to choose reoccurring. You see the screen's changed just a little bit for us. And enabled is a key one. So if they are not enabled, they won't run. So that affords you the ability to pre-set up a load of schedules and then just hit enabled when you're ready for them to start firing out. Occurs daily, weekly, monthly. So I could say once a day, or I could say weekly and pick my days of the week that this particular report is going to bounce out of the system automatically for us. So I'm going to say every Monday. I can even go down to how frequently do I want this to go out on that day. So do I want it to go out every hour? I'm not going to go for that. I'm going to go for occurs once at 9 AM. And I can set a start and end date range. So I'm going to say it's going to start on the 13th. No end date, it will just carry on forever. So I'm going to put a time period in there. Now, this is a really interesting bit. So Again, this is within Sage 200, so it might be something that you want to automatically schedule directly to your Sage 200 report spooler, or you could say, I want to email this out. Now, I'm showing you this in context of a balance sheet, but actually a better scenario may be talking about a customer or supplier facing report. So if you wanted to be able to send a key information, a key report to a customer on a particular day, on a particular time, well, that's fine. Tick email, type in the email address there. And essentially what I'm saying to you here is this could be internal or external facing distributions. So inside your organisation or to your customers or to your suppliers. Now, if this was a customer facing report or a supplier facing report, on the criteria, you would just set it to that key account, just making sure that there were no GDPR mishaps, put in the customer email address, set up your frequency and save it. And that is your schedule all ready to go. So over here on the right hand side of the screen, I can see all my preset schedules that I've historically done. I can do show all reports. So if there are other people in the organisation that are also scheduling reports for us, we will be able to see it all in one part of the screen. If I just go back into here for 1 second and I edit the schedule, a couple of other really interesting bits here. So printer, so we can output this to a printer. So this is a Draycir solution. So of course it's going to interface with Spindle and Spindle document capture. So if I output this to printer and I output it to the Spindle Auto Pro printer driver within the system, this will not only automatically print it, but it will automatically print it to Spindle. And if Spindle is set to automatically email the documents out, it's going to do all the cool stuff like the intelligent document distribution that Spindle has embedded within it. It will take notice of all the hash commands. If your hash commands have got Spindle capture set in there, it will automatically archive it. This now becomes incredibly powerful. What we can also do if we're emailing it is we can say, well, what format do we want this email to go in? So do I want it to go in a PDF or do I want to go in Excel? Again, it's a really, really powerful function. And that's as complicated as this gets, really. So as I said, minutes worth of training, really, really quick to implement and deploy. And to my knowledge, there's nothing else out there that has this kind of functionality in it for Sage 200. If you have any questions, I would love to answer them for you. Please reach out and say hi on LinkedIn. So yeah, I'll come back to you next week with another insight, and I hope to catch you then.